Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to my garden. Well, today I need to repot some orchids, so I'm going to mix up a little potting mixture. But before I do that, I want to just show you what I'm doing. Now, how do you know what kind of potting mixture is good for the orchid that you have? Well, first you have to determine what kind of orchid do you have. You know, there's 3 different kinds. There's epiphytes, which are growing in the air. They sometimes attach themselves to trees and gather moisture from their surroundings. And then there are lithophytes, which are orchids that grow on rocks, sometimes, on riverbanks and so forth. And then there are terrestrial orchids, which obviously are planted in the ground. Well, these 2 orchids, this one is that Dendrobium aggregatum that I've been featuring in a couple of videos lately. It's all done flowering, so now it's time to repot it. This is an epiphyte, and also this is a coconut orchid. The flowers smell like coconuts. Gosh, I should have repotted that last year and I didn't. Shame on me, but I'm going to catch up now. Well, the potting media in both of these orchids has decomposed and it's just kind of turned to dirt. And orchid roots hate that because it keeps them too wet, and if the orchid roots are too wet, the orchids will die. So where I'm going to be placing these orchids is in my orchid pergola, which gets a spray of water every morning. So I would like to use a potting media that will drain very well. And this year I'm using one that doesn't have anything in it that is going to decompose. And let me show you, there's 4 different ingredients that I'm using. One is charcoal. Now, why charcoal? Well, charcoal does not decompose. The orchid roots will not cling to it, but what it does is it provides a nice filter for the water. So the water that goes to the orchid roots stays nice and fresh. Now this is organic charcoal. Now please tell me what charcoal is not organic. And these are clay pebbles. And this over here is lava rock. Now this is a small, tiny lava rock that I bought in an orchid supply store. It's specifically for orchids. And I've taken some of each of those and I've put them in this strainer. Now this has a mesh on the bottom. So I've got the charcoal, the pebbles, and the lava rock. And what I'm going to do is run a lot of water through this because the charcoal has dust on it. It's going to give off a black water. The lava rock has a lot of dust in it and it's just going to give off red water. And the pebbles could have some dust too. So I'm just going to rinse them all very well before I mix them up together. And also I'm going to put in the batch these wine corks. Don't throw your corks away. Orchids love them. Orchid roots cling very well to cork. And what's nice about all these pieces is they're all kind of different sizes, and what will happen is when those are all put together in a pot, it's going to create air pockets. And the roots of the orchids love those air pockets. They need to breathe. And this will be very good for them. So stay tuned. I'll show you what this all looks like when I'm done. But yeah. Save your wine corks. Your orchids will love you. Hey, thanks friends for stopping by. I hope you have a great day.